Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. Welcome in. Today we have a very special event for all of you. In correspondence with this amazing reaction that we're doing of the newest Frozen Crown song, I was offered the opportunity to speak to the people who make this amazing music. Now, I happen to know that before we press record, I myself boiled Louisiana Cajun crawfish at my house, ate them with my family, and just like most families in Italy, Frozen Crown came together and you guys had pizza, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so did you make the pizza at home or was there a pizzeria that you guys frequent there?
We ordered from the pizzeria, yes.
And had it home.
I swear, I thought Federico was gonna be like, no, we make our own pizzas, we do everything here. And I'll be like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You bought that. That was, it would look good. It looked good.
No, I can tell you why. Because to make real pizza, you have to be from the south. And I'm the only one from the south. And I have, at my parents' house, a wood oven, right?
Okay.
To make the pizza.
100%.
But you can't do that in the north. You can't do that. That's not going to work.
All right, everyone. This entire interview will not be anything about music. We're going to talk about Italian cooking and the regions they're in. Federico is going to claim and just tell everybody in the U.S. that's wrong about all the videos you've seen. Somebody feed Phil, all those TV shows, they're all lies. Federico is going to tell you where you get to be his pizza. Okay, so we're going to go through everybody's name because I have a tendency to say everyone's name wrong. Okay, so we're going to start ladies first. Jade is correct.
Yes.
Okay. Sheena, we know. Okay. Niso.
Yeah.
Now, someone, not me, was me. Actually, I did. I said your name was miso, which is a Japanese soup.
Yeah, a lot of people make jokes about that, but it's Niso with the N, so I'm going to spell it every time.
So would you say that it's pronounced with a Z more than an S?
Yes.
So it's Niso.
Oh, that's perfect.
But I am from the south, so I say Niso.
I did.
I'm not from the south, so you just
All right.
pronounce it well.
The drunk guy in the back that looks like a wrestler, that's screaming about coming from Southern Italy, that's Federico. He's the he's the one that is causing the most problems, but also makes all this wonderful stuff happen a lot. I know that you and I, Federico, you and I have been talking a lot lately.
Every now and then.
Yeah, good and bad. We talk about the band, we talk about the album, we talk about the videos, we talk about your tour.
Yes.
We talk about your label. Your label is awesome. And look, this is recorded. I will tell you right now, your label is awesome. I don't know about everybody else, but your label is awesome. It's when your label messaged me and they emailed me and they said, hey, so Federico, and Jade, and all the people from Frozen Crown wanted to know if you wanted to hear this album, like now. And I was like, I thought it was a joke. I thought they were messing with me. I thought it was like an email, like it wasn't real. And then so when I messaged, I don't remember if I messaged Federico or Jade, Sheena, probably all of you, I said, is that real? That's real? And I think Federico said, absolutely, it's 100% real. And then Tori messages me the same day and goes, oh my God, did you get an email? I'm like, yeah, me too. She goes, then it must be real because nobody's gonna play a joke on both of us. So we got to hear this album. And I got to listen to the songs before I got to see the videos, which has been great, but it's also been a problem because I already have these thoughts about these songs going in. And then for some reason, every song, including Blackheart, I had this thought in my head that the members of Frozen Crown would be like the old members of Frozen Crown, where every video was a dramatic theatrical performance. Whether Sheena's looking at the camera or not doesn't matter. Okay, it's there are stories, and I felt like the videos so far, especially Blackheart, instead of opening a window to a story, some fantastical Italian mythical story, instead, I feel a lot of these videos are windows into all of you. Is that close to the truth?
Yeah, definitely. I would mostly agree with that because we never liked to actually, have actors in the videos creating stories or like that. Also, because if you want to do that, you have to do that the right way,
Yeah.
with the right persons that actually work in that field. But we always wanted people to see the band members portrayed doing what they do best and doing what they express best with their bodies. And in fact, for example, if as you analyze, for example, concerning Niso, he had somehow an evolution, because he went from being shy then to be a little grumpy. And
I've never heard of a shy Italian runway model, but okay. Okay. You're right. You're right. You are Federico, you're 100% right. Everyone had this perception of Niso being quiet and, very introverted, and he's playing the drums, but he's got a wall up there. And then you see him in these last few videos where he's moving around. There's more passion in his music. He's more approachable in how you perceive him. That's something that's really interesting because normally that sort of connectability is kind of really Jade's area. Like nobody connects through a camera the way Jade does. And I made a promise that I would not make you cry. No making Jade cry on this interview. But there are things that if I say about you, know that they're true, and I won't embellish too much. But very few people connect across a camera the way you do. So my question to Jade right now, because I have questions for all of you, and I thought this would be a good time to ask Jade about hers, okay? As much as you put forth so much energy and passion and of yourself in every time you make a video, because it's evident. I mean, Federico looked cold, okay, playing in the snow, but there you are, just and I'm just like, she's there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how cold she is. She's going. And the question is the one thing I haven't gotten to see. What is the connection to Jade in a live situation? Because you connect so well with a camera. Are you a shy person in front of a live crowd? Like, and I'm going to compare an artist that I love who also has a tendency to hold everyone in the palm of her hand in a video. Tatiana from Ginger. She, in a video, holds everyone on her finger, right? Kind of like you do with the Apple. But when she's on the road and she tours, we find out she's a very shy, private person. And large crowds and just the chaos of people cause her to kind of shy away. How do you approach the live performances, connecting with your people? Are you even more power Jade, or do you also like to keep yourself internal, more shy?
No, I love to connect with people also live. I love to move a lot. Sometimes I move too much. I like to go right, left on the stage to throw my hand to the people there. I really like the live dimension. Yes, and yes, I put my heart out also there.
I was hoping you were going to give us something we can go with, and you did, because, okay, how hard is it to keep Jade where she's supposed to be on the stage during live performances? And this is a question to Sheena, Francesco, and Federico. How much does she move across everyone's areas on the stage?
Well, she's quite unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because she likes to fly and most importantly to interact with people. I mean, but that's something we all have pretty much. But she, of course, the most because she's a singer.
Yeah.
And she moves a lot, and but that's not only during live shows. For example, we never did a VIP ticket because you know why? Because simply she's having party with everybody in every single moment. So that would be wasted, you know. People paying for a VIP ticket would be wasting their money because she's always there having a drink, talking with people. And sometimes I have to go there and say, "Basta parlare con le persone. Stop talking with people.
It's time to go.
We have to go there. We have to make the."
I've been to a lot of live shows in the last 2 years since I started this journey. Have yet to see a lot of the European shows in Europe, which we are planning to go to Europe this next year. So trying to get a festival where you and so many of the other bands that aren't touring the US yet, per se, where I can catch you all in one spot to where I don't have to travel all over Europe. That's the goal. But for me, the meet and greets with bands, Jade, don't worry about it, okay? Because you are not the only musician that connects with people all the time. There's a band called Halocene, and they're from Phoenix, Arizona, here in the US. And they toured Europe, and they had a VIP meet and greet. Problem is, they also stayed for 5 hours after the show, meeting every person, signing everything, and talking about everybody's mama, where they were from. So you are not the only person that does that. Okay, so you do you. Don't listen to that mean man behind you. Okay. But that's what I want to see. I mean, everyone has these preconceived notions of Frozen Crown and all bands, where you see the video and you imagine that it's this. Frozen Crown does such clean videos. And you know what I mean by clean? You don't have any extra, but you don't hold back. It's exactly what you expect. It's clean at all times. There's a lot of snow involved a lot of times. Forests, trees. They raided Kiss's makeup trailer, you know, things like that. But for me, it seems like you guys, even in your videos, people get a true sense of what it's going to be like to see the band, except everybody knows live performances are always better than albums. That's the musician. There's just something about the energy. For Sheena and for Federico, okay, I'm going to ask this question. You are not allowed to answer the question. Jade, Francesco, and Niso, you have to answer this question.
Okay.
You already know the question because it's the only question you can ask the two guitarists at the same time. Who is a bigger guitar diva on stage? Now, what I mean by that is there is a play style. And I know Francesco knows more about this than anyone because he has to stand there and watch the other people go, really? Who is the biggest guitar pose diva in Frozen Crown? Sheena, do not say a word. Federico, you be quiet. Niso, let's start with you. You have the best seat in the house. Yeah. You get to see all the antics. Who, when they're playing live, who does the most opportunistic? Like they see something go on in the crowd and they just got to put their foot up on the monitor, or they pose because someone is looking. You know what I'm talking about. Niso knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Who does it? Who is the worst at it? Who does it more than either? Who does it more?
Yeah, of course, Federico.
I knew it. I knew it. That was literally me asking a question just so they could confirm. Federico is the biggest diva in Frozen Crown. People think it's Jade. It's not Jade. Jade just grabbing apples.
Sheena has to improve, but he's on a great way. She.
Okay. No. Well, hold on. Francesco, is Sheena learning bad stage habits from Federico?
No, I guess I think she's very.
It's hard talking about the person sitting next to you, isn't it?
This is my first interview with Niso closing on my side. Then I think Sheena is very correct with the stage program. Then is very careful when moving and even with the image. But I think she's not looking at Federico as a, a teacher in this the different schools, different.
Because she likes to focus on playing.
Yeah,
You know.
but I'm trying to be like Federico and do both things.
Easy there. There's only room in the world for one Federico. Okay, so Sheena, which one of you is a bigger albatross on stage, you or Federico? Who does? Okay, what I mean by is who does the most reactions to crowd connections? Like, come on, you're gonna do it because you're the lead singer. You're connecting with the people. You're singing the songs. But Federico, he's from the South, okay, and in the South, South Italy. They are performers. They're thespians. He's a rock star. He can't help himself. Look at his hair. Look at the way he's leaned back there with his hand. Like I'm from the South. Okay, so who is the most like energetic on stage? Is it you or is it Federico?
Federico. Always Federico.
Go ahead. No, Jade, you have to tell me. I'm listening to Sheena. I want to hear it from you. It's okay. We all know. We know.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
These are all loaded questions because, like, my community. I type into my Patreon. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm getting a chance to talk. I'm going to get an amazing chance to talk to Frozen Crown soon. Are there any questions about this band that you want to know? And then I find the ones that I never get to ask people, or questions that are never asked bands. And rarely do you get along or have a connection with a band or a relationship with a band where you can ask a question that might be a little embarrassing, like how to say Niso's name right, or admitting that Federico is the biggest diva in a band that has two other women in it, and he's the biggest diva. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Are you okay, Federico?
Yeah, I'm completely at ease with that role.
Oh, we know you're at ease with it. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I was bored. But that's because people are like people like give me strength. So I see them shouting. I like to touch them to give them my guitar, make them play it, stuff like that.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why people gravitate to you the way they do. I mean, everyone in Frozen Crown has a unique perspective, and I think every person in Frozen Crown has something that will reach out to a different part of your fan base. There are, all the internet trolls that chase Sheena around. But that's going to happen because she's young and beautiful and talented. You're going to have the people that are going to love Jade, but Jade has to deal with the fact that every time people talk about her, they're going to put her along with all these other power metal singer females from Europe. It's a stacked field. Then you have, Federico. There are so many amazing metal guitarists that are also band leaders in Europe. It's always a struggle. It's a lot of competition in Europe. You can't slack off. Got Niso, he's young. He's pushing his limits. and there's someone else in the band. I can't remember who they are. No, now it's time to talk about Francesco. We have made fun of Jade's grabbing apples. We have made fun of Roman Reigns. We have made fun of Sheena putting likes in squirrels. But we've talked about Nizo struggling between being a drummer, being a Formula One driver for Ferrari, or going back to being a runway model, but we've never really talked about the bass player, because bass players, they're usually the most sane, they're usually the most calm, they're the most mature. But what you guys didn't know is your guy Francesco has been living a double life. Did you guys know that? Not in Italy, because if he did it in Italy, you guys would know. But he actually owns Francesco Fresh home delivery gelato right here in the US. Bet you didn't know that. This is the way it works. It's Francesco Fresh, okay? It is premier gelato. And normally you can't home deliver gelato. And I think you can home deliver gelato in the north, but Federico will tell you, because he's from the south, you can't home deliver gelato in the south. It's too hot. Here's the thing. Francesco is so cool.
Yeah, it's so fresh.
He's so cool. The gelato doesn't melt. He's got trucks. He's got trucks with him, sunglasses, doing the rock star look up pose with his son, and it just says Francesco Fresh, and it says home delivered gelato, and there's a little bubble that says, I'm so cool, the gelato don't melt.
Yeah. Frozen gelato.
Well, no, we don't do frozen, because then if you did that, then the label would tell Federico that you're selling gelato on the side, and then you get in trouble. So we can't say frozen. We just say it's so cool because you're cool. It doesn't melt.
Coolest.
I have something to say about that.
Oh, of course. No. Federico has something to say? No way. Get out of here.
I know it.
Here it comes.
Because you're totally right, but the very, very, very funny thing is that if we have to make like a video or a live show, I'm always going to, all of them, and I'm like, Jade, remember to bring remember the makeup, the accessories for stage, remember the hair.
Yeah.
Sheena, remember those trousers, that t-shirt. Niso, remember your black t-shirt. Francisco, oh no, you're always perfect that way. And I'm like, you guys should learn from him.
Okay.
Because he's always perfect. He's always like,
No. He's turning red. Y'all stop. He's turning red. He's turning red. No, but here's the thing. Okay. Real quick.
But that's because, it's like everybody of them, of them three, is really so, how can I say?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. They know where you sleep, bro. They know where you sleep.
No. I was telling good things. They are very, pure and kind. So they don't think like they deserve something, Instead, he is acting like a rock star.
Okay. I'm going to say you're right, but there's one thing that you didn't catch that only Francesco and I know, and that's this. Nizo, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Sheena, how old are you?
Can I say that?
Whatever the approved age is, say that.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay. Jade, how old are you? Now you can say whatever you want.
25 too.
Okay, cool. All right, now we don't care how old Roman Reigns is because we know he uses product in his hair to hide his gray. Friends, Francesco, how old are you?
I'm 40,000.
See, that's the thing. It has nothing to do with whether they want to, whether they believe to, whether they think of it. Old dog's in the game. It's not that he's perfect. What it is just like me. I've made enough mistakes so I know what not to do. When you're young and you're talented, you're young and you're hungry. And you're everything can okay, tour starts. What do I have to do? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? And when you're young and you're creative and you're vibrant, you've got all this energy and so much is happening. And it even happens to Jade, who's a solid, mature vocalist who's performed in front of thousands of people already. She still gets butterflies. But old dog bass players and old dog drummers like me and the freshman, hey, we got it. We're fine. We'll be there on time. We won't mess up. We won't do anything stupid. All the gelato's frozen. We're good. You know, but that's what it is. When you see the first time I saw Sheena play in a video, we had fun. We made jokes. Sheena keeps looking at the camera. Sheena keeps looking at the camera. What a lot of people don't realize is that Sheena kept looking at that camera because Frederico said, "Hey, look at the camera." And Frederico even told me, you did. You said the reason why she looked at the camera every few seconds in that video is because we were introducing her to the world and we wanted to make sure the world never forgot her face.
Yeah.
That's on purpose. The way that Sheena grasps the apples, the way she points, the way even though she's looking at a lens of a dead object that has no life in it whatsoever, she sees it as a window to connect to every young girl, every young boy, every mom, every dad, every grandparent. She sees it as her window and the way that she can reach the world. And you see that. Niso, I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm a drummer in a rock band. And as I get older, I'm gonna look sexier, and the ladies are gonna show up, and I'm gonna need, I need backup. I'm so hot. Frederico, look,
Yeah.
Frederico, we make fun of him that, he's Roman Reigns. But the only reason why we say that joke is because two reasons. Number one, dude, you look like Roman Reigns. But the other reason is Roman Reigns is the head of the table. He's kind of a leader, kind of a father figure, kind of keeping it all together. He's always pushing people to be their best, but at the same time, he protects them. If I send out an email about a video, or I say something weird in a video, or I see something funny in a video, yeah, Sheena will be like, that was hilarious. Or Jade will be like, I love that. Frederico would always come back and be like, dude, that was awesome. Did you know that we actually planned? And he would just tell me all the work that you guys did on that video, all the struggles to get everything to the level that all of you want your work to be. Frederico is your biggest sounding board. He's your biggest fan. And although we all don't get to see the amount of hard work and the strain and the struggle and the fight that it takes to be a rock band, the strain, the struggle of fighting with distributors, labels, merchandise, venues, promoters, and then at the same time, trying to keep this entity that is Frozen Crown, as magical as it is, dude's got a lot on his plate. And I say that, and everyone that sees my face right now in this recording, you guys all know. And I've never had a band reach out to me, a labeled band. I've had a couple bands that were independent that were like, what can we do? And that's touching because they see me as a way to get their message out, and I'm more than happy to do that. But y'all are like the first band that was labeled that said, hey, we love what you do. How do we connect? What can we do more? How can we help each other? And I just, while y'all are all here, I know I've said it to Sheena. I know I've said it to Jade. I know I've said it like 4 or 5 times to Federico. And poor Filippo, my God, that poor bastard. By the way, for those who don't know, Filippo is an amazing guy that works behind the scenes to make sure that reactors like me and Tori get to make these wonderful reactions and get connected to this amazing band from Italy. And I am talking to the camera because I want all of Frozen Crown to hear me say this, that I know the next songs that are on this album that we're all talking about today. This is one of the few bands that I've seen literally go from a new beginning with your last album to this album, seen a complete change in not only a synergy amongst you as a family, musicianship is higher, hunger is higher, creativity is higher, and y'all just made one badass album. I say all these colorful words, but at the end of the day, you guys made a badass album. And how many people have seen this out? How many people have heard the album? Me, Tori, the people from the label, promotional people, and your friends. You do realize that most of the world has not heard what I've heard. And when I tell people they made a badass album, I keep telling everybody, y'all still haven't made a video to my favorite song on the album yet. Y'all made, okay, Call to the North is one of my favorite songs, but still, like, I love Blackheart. I love everything you guys have put out so far, but like, there's some songs in the album that we're not even allowed to talk about because Federico said no. And he didn't say no. He just said, hey, help us. Y'all, to me, now this is my opinion, it's one guy. To me, some of your best music isn't even out yet.
Yeah.
So
We also agree.
okay, so this is why we're here. Because let's be honest, we could have had a Zoom call, and we could have made fun of each other and had fun and shared pizza recipes, and I could have told you guys about Cajun crawfish, and we could have made jokes and talked about the future and the tour and the possibilities coming any day. But today, this is not just an interview. I'm also doing a reaction today. Federico, what song are we reacting to today? What video?
It's the song you referred to as the System of a Down song.
Yes! It's about time, man. I was like, man, there's only so many months in 2023. Can we get to this one? Okay. So, okay, real quick. I love this song. I love this song because it is the least. Now, how do I say this without offending people? I don't think I can. I don't think I can say it without possibly upsetting someone. It's my favorite Frozen Crown song only because it's the least Frozen Crown song. There are songs, but not in a bad way. Okay, when you play to the level you guys play and you tell the stories you guys tell, there is a running theme, a running musicianship, a running arrangement that makes songs Frozen Crown songs. This one has some parts in it. There's such a departure from the genre of Frozen Crown. I was like, is this Frozen Crown? It was. And I was like, step up. It's evolution. It's not that it's different. It's not that it's better. It's not that it's worse. It's evolution. Okay. Let's let someone else talk because Federico will talk all day. Sheena, what's the name of the song? Tell the audience.
Okay, it's Fire in the Sky.
Okay. Jade, what's your favorite part of this song? And you can't say the vocals.
No, there is something on the intro. I like it very much because it grows powerful.
Okay, that's why I asked you first, because I expect Francesco to tell me about, you know, a tag or a segue or part of the bridge that he's, you know, a rhythm change or a tempo change, and Niso talks about that or whatever. But they're not going to talk about the intro. They're not. They might talk about a specific thing, but the reason why I asked you was there's an energy. There's something that you feel right here. It's just between your lungs, just below your heart. It's the same area that when you get butterflies in the pit of your stomach.
Yeah.
The intro of this song, if you're thinking it's just going to be a regular Frozen Crown song, was there's going to be big guitars, and there's going to be big drums and big bass, and it's going to build like a giant epic tale, and then Jade is going to tell us this wonderful story. The intro of the song does not do that. The intro of this song is like, whoa, am I at a rock show right now? Because this song live, now you guys are going to play this song live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song live is a crowd song. This is the song. You know what I'm talking about, right? Every band has to have a Euro jump song where the intro makes the crowd just kind of. It's the intro of this song is going to do that. Okay, because this interview is before I do the reaction, by the way. So is there anything I need to look out for, Federico? Is there any particular thing on the video that I should
Yeah.
pay attention to?
You know, there's, I mean, Sheena's looking at the camera, is going to have a comeback.
And if she does,
For you. That's for you.
Yeah, and she also played probably the most, the hardest guitar part ever.
Yeah.
so wait, hold on, wait. I've heard this song, Sheena. That was you.
What?
The part in the song that made me, when I first heard it, I did make a little reaction video that I don't share with anybody because I want to keep track of songs. And I'm like, was that both of them? Which one? Because I do that. When I hear the album, I do guess, was that Sheena or was that Federico? Because y'all do phrase together. Y'all do share solos. Y'all do parts. And there are times when I'm like, who did that part? Who did that part? And then when I watched, we got a really close look when we watched Blackheart, where that walk down that you play, Sheena. And I'm like, did you see that walk down? And people were like, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was Federico. Because in some of the earlier Frozen Crown videos, Federico plays that low end walkthrough where he's playing that melody walk in the arrangement. And then you'll come in and you'll be doing the tags, the little flutter tags that fill out the sound. And then when I saw Blackheart and I see Federico playing the fills and the tags, and Sheena's playing that walk up and walk down, I'm like, whoa. There are these little things that I pay attention to that freak me out. So, okay.
We weren't expecting this.
No, I wasn't. Okay. It's like, okay, one of these days, you guys are going to do a video. I don't even think there's a song on the album that you guys can do this to. But it's got to be a video where Jade is walking through the street. Now, a lot of your videos are you put up a scene or in a studio, a sound check. But could you imagine, this is just my thought. Jade walks in town with a bag. She's walking by. She sees a vendor. She picks up an apple, takes a bite of the apple, puts it in her bag. Right? Okay, and you keep going, right? And then you like literally go through and like Sheena's there. She's on a park bench and there are the birds and she's feeding the birds and the birds fly and she goes like this. And you do all the little stereotypes that people know, that people find funny, but it's just like a day in your life. Federico's reading a wrestling magazine. Francesco's eating gelato with his sunglasses on. And and Niso is like signing autographs. You know, he's like, there's all these girls, and he's signing autographs, like, oh, and he just does like, he's, you know, there are these little things that everyone sees Frozen Crown and they laugh at and they think, oh my God, that must be what it's like to be in Frozen Crown. But it's not. You guys are just regular people. They're Italian, so they're beautiful. We know that. But you guys are just regular people. Okay. On this video we're about to watch, Sheena's going to look at the camera. Fine, whatever. Jade's going to grab imaginary fruit. We know. There's a part in the rhythm section of this song that makes it sound like System of a Down to me. Yeah. And when I say rhythm section, talking about two people in particular, is this the rhythm section's favorite song on the album?
Personally, not. It's not the favorite.
I love the honest answer. That's pretty good.
What? Sorry?
No, I like the honest answer.
Yeah.
I like the honest.
Maybe you can imagine which one is my favorite.
Well, you said the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't have the list in front of me because I have all the windows open. I don't even have the list open.
I think we didn't have so many chances to play the last one live, so maybe in order to play them live, I don't know, maybe it can be the best one.
Don't. Then you don't have to do that. You know what you could do?
Yeah, we could do it, but I don't know, maybe.
No, if you love the song and you want to share the song, you know what you need to do? Drum playthrough.
Yeah.
You need to do a drum playthrough because look, everyone's gonna see Jade do the Jade thing because it's Jade. Everyone, well, there's no other way to describe what Jade does. Sorry, we're gonna make her cry again. Cut it out. You know, Sheena's either gonna look or she's not. She's gonna put a like, and that's gonna be the end of it. Federico is gonna be Frederico. Francesco's selling gelato, but we only get little wisps of what Niso does. And if Niso has grown, like we all know he has, doing a drum playthrough video is not a heavy production. It's literally playing the track and just putting multiple cameras up, filming it, editing it, and posting it. That's something that can be done amongst y'all. If you know that's something that can happen. It requires a little bit of work. This dude's gonna fall asleep on the steps behind y'all. Look at him. Look, turn around. Turn around. Look at him. He's gonna fall asleep. Okay, so this song here, the one we're reacting to today, Francesco, is it one of your favorites on the album?
This is one of my favorite on the album. Not the best for me, but I think they are very close but higher in ranking between the other songs. There are 4 songs in the album that I love so much in the middle part, or maybe in the instrumental part. But the entrance of Fire in the Sky is the best for me because
it hits like a truck is what it does.
Yeah, it's a slap on the face when you listen to it.
It's a swift kick in the face with a golf shoe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You can imagine what the song can be for you in the first 5 seconds, and you want to listen to the other part, and then every minute it's a slap in your face. It's like
if you compare the walk, the journey of Frozen Crown, especially with the new lineup, the new family, the new albums that have come together, there has been a sharp elevation in musicianship. So what you're talking about right now, when you hear 5 seconds or 10 seconds of any of the songs, you're not just going, oh, well, I'll just skip that one and go to the next one. You're feeling that every single time. What is he doing? What is he up to? What What is that?
That's a spoiler.
Is that dude looks like he looks like he's scooping gelato. What is he doing? Yeah, that's a guy that eats gelato on a Tuesday right there.
Yeah.
That guy right there. Wow, you look like you're in your mid-30s there, sir. That was some quite fanned rock star hair flip in there. Do you take lessons from Nizo? Is that what it is?
No, I was like this from day one.
Oh yeah, because you're OG.
Try like this. I took lessons from him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Don't forget, Nizo, your buddy there next to you and I were listening to heavy metal music before you were ever on this planet, Jack. That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part about this. It's my second favorite part. My favorite part is the music. No, the pride in musicianship is my number one. But number two is that y'all are not a bunch of young kids, but you're not a bunch of old dogs in the hunt either. You guys really kind of remind me of a family. Look, but see, there she goes again. There she goes again. Stop it.
We are.
But no, but here's my favorite part. Okay, because it's a family, everything is cranked up a lot. And what I mean by is this. The need to be amazing is there. But because you're as a family, you push each other to be better. You push each other to be more happy with your creative process. You push each other to go the extra mile for each other. And there was a video, by the way, this part of the interview will be cut out. There was a video that Frederico sent me, or was it Frederico, or was it Sheena or Jade that sent it to me? Frederico freaking out, or no, Jade freaking out because you were shooting the video and it wasn't perfect, and you were like, I was like, is she gonna harsh vocal? Is Jay gonna harsh vocal? Because she's I was like, whoa, hey, and
No, Federico was screaming frontale.
Me.
yeah, no, okay, hold on. Number one, Frederico's always screaming.
Yeah.
Ah, it's true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Let's just see this.
Okay, real quick.
Oh, there's a very southern person.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay. Hey, Jade. If you need to tell him to shut up, you can tell him to shut up. You just go ahead and you tell him no. But, by the way, have you guys figured out yet that the whole reason why I asked you questions of who the biggest diva was, who the biggest mover was on stage, the only reason why I asked any of those questions was because he sent me that video. And I'm watching this madman just, and I'm like, you're like, what? And it's like, that's it right there. But there's a reason why. Frederico is the most passionate person I've ever seen. Sending an email, a text message, just a voice memo. I have never been across anybody who takes everything he does so serious. Everything is so important. When I was, he was like, he sent me some voicemails, some little voice tags like, hey, can you do this? And just reading it, I swear he's yelling at me, but I'm just reading something he typed. He's not yelling, but I'm just like, okay. Whenever it's good for you, man. Don't hit me. No, I didn't say that he wasn't gonna hit me, but of all the videos that I've gotten to see, music videos that the public sees, the fans see, and everything else. And then the stuff that I get to see behind the scenes, where every member of this band sacrifices. And people don't realize to stand in front of a camera and silently mouth words to a song that nobody can hear while a Southern Italian is screaming at them about how you cannot make homemade pizzas in a house in Northern Italy. I could see where you'd be like, what? I could see it. I could 100% see it. But here's my favorite part. Seriously. And look, we've been talking now for an hour.
Wow.
It's 10 o'clock over there. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm about to go eat crawfish outside. We will probably not be able to share an entire hour with everyone. We might break it up, and I will send all of this to Frederico so you guys can watch it and give feedback and thoughts and ideas and whatever. But my community, all of you out there that are seeing us talk, me and this amazing family of Italian musicians, even though some of them are from the north and one of them is from the south. That's the new joke, by the way. We're gonna watch a Frozen Crown video now, and we're gonna react to it together. Do me a favor. When we're done with this reaction, and the people that are watching me talk on the screen right now, yeah, to my left, your left on the screen. Do me a favor. Send a message to Frozen Crown on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you find them on social media. Tell them about this song. Because here's the thing. There are 78,000 of you that watch my channel. And there's thousands and thousands of you that watch my reactions to this band. And I know almost all of you go and watch the original video because I tell you to. But here's the thing. So many of you, there's something about this band that connects with you. Whether it's Jade communicating directly to you, it's true, or you're a huge fan of Roman Reigns and this is as close as you're gonna get, or you're a young boy in college and you're like, oh my God, Sheena's so hot, or you're like me and you're like, Sheena's young enough to be my daughter. She is, and or you just love the cool bass player, or the Formula One drummer. There's something about this band that makes you click and makes you click the thumbs up and makes you connect. And it's not like some of the other bands we check on. I know this because it's that way for me. Do yourself a favor. Don't do it in this video. You can, if you want to do it in this video, leave a comment here. Reach out to Frozen Crown. Follow them on Instagram. Send them a message and say, hey, I'm a fan of you. I'm from here. And just tell them what their music means to you. Here's the reason why. I get messages every day from people that say, I love your reactions, or I hate your reactions. You talk too much. You keep stopping the video. Sheena is not looking at a squirrel. I do have one. I will share that with you later. But sometimes, every once in a while, I get a message that says, hey, your reaction to this, something you said meant something to me or someone I love, and I appreciate you. I know for a fact that I could look right now into this camera and look at those people that are sitting on that couch and leaning on a Italian staircase. So weird. He's Southern. That every time that one of you sends them a message that is personal. This from this song helped me through this, or my friend. Those messages are the ones that make everything that they do worth every hour of sacrifice. Listening to Frederico just drone on and on about big performance or whatever. Look at the squirrel, look at the camera, look at this, whatever. Niso, brush your hair, all the moments of struggle and work. Just if one song helps one person through one bad time or helps them connect in a relationship or a struggle in their life, that's why Frozen Crown makes music. I know people think that you're a metal band and you love to play loud, fast music and it's about selling albums and da 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 da. It's not. And there's no way anyone could tell me that it's just about selling records, because there's something that people are catching from Frozen Crown's videos and from what you do on your social media and your own YouTube channel when you guys talk. I sit through these live chats you guys have on YouTube, and you guys do these live broadcasts, and you just break it down, and I'm looking at your chat and I'm sitting there and I'm hovering, and sometimes I say something and sometimes I don't, because sometimes I say things and then everyone starts talking to me and I'm like, guys, they're sharing their time with you. How many bands log in and share their time? Guys aren't selling coffee. I mean, you are, but you're not. You're not trying to push the album. You're not trying to get people to buy tickets. You're not trying to get people to click your music. You do the obligatory, hey, don't forget to like us on this and check out our video, because if you don't, the guy on the stairs will yell at you. But every time I've logged in to anything that any of you are doing, you're talking to people about your life, about the day, about what you did that week. I cannot even tell you how many bands do that. I can't name one right now that does it, where they just sit down and say, hey everybody, it's Jade from Frozen Crown, it's Federico, it's Nizo, it's Sheena doing crazy stuff on the guitar. Would you like to buy some gelato? Whatever. But I know this video has gone long, but we have never gotten a chance for me to look at you and you look at me and me tell you, do I enjoy reacting to Frozen Crown? Yes. Do I like having Frozen Crown on my YouTube channel? Yes. Is this successful for me? Does it help me build my channel? Yes. I could get not a single subscription or a view or a click or a comment or a like or anything, and I would still react to every song on this album. And it has nothing to do with clicks. It has nothing to do with views. There's just something about this family of musicians from Italy that just feels real. You just, even the one on the stairs, even the one that's looking at me like, God damn, shut the fuck up, you talk too much. No, no, seriously, no joke. And this may be the part of the video that you guys can keep for yourselves or just share it with your Patreon or whatever, because you do whatever you want with this. I've never met a band that there are a couple of bands that reach out to me and we talk and we do all this other stuff, but all of them are independent and they don't have to answer to a record label and they don't have to answer to this. They're just independent artists. We hang out and we talk. But you guys as a group, as Frozen Crown, y'all are the most real people I've ever met on in this music journey I've been on. And you guys have taken every joke like champs. Y'all have taken every side laugh like family does. Or you just, it's a good thing I'm your brother, or I'd kick your ass. But there are probably about 5 or 6 bands that have not yet had a chance to tour in the US, so I can't see them unless I go to Europe. You guys are number 1 on my list. And it's not because I want to hug Jade, but everyone wants to hug Jade. Everyone wants to hug Jade. Everyone wants to, get away from Sheena on the stage. Everyone wants to take the metal bass god picture with their back to Francesco. Everyone wants to get hair tips from Nizo. But
I want to receive hair tips too.
oh no, dude, mine's horrible. I have oily hair. I have oily French hair. Don't no. It's North France. It's not South. See, North France, it's greasy. You got to go to the South. That's because your boy back there. I want to thank you guys so much for everything this last year. Seriously, I'm not even recording this part. This is serious. You guys didn't have to do everything you've done. I'm just a.
No. Please go.
You guys didn't have to reach out. You guys didn't have to laugh. You didn't have to react to my reaction so I could react to your reaction to my reaction. All that stuff was fun, but at the end of the day, every time I've messaged or asked a question, y'all answered. I've done it where I've messaged bands because I have something I want to ask them, and because they're not trying to put out a song or a video or an album, they don't respond. They don't need me right then. And then whenever they need me to promote an album or a song or whatever, then they'll answer messages. And I get it. A lot of people are pulled 1,000 different directions. I know Federico could say, dude, my email every day is stupid crazy. And I know it is. Sheena's Instagram must be ridiculous. Jade's Instagram must be ridiculous because you're in the public light. But even though you're in the public light, I post a message about my kid and I see a heart from Jade. Or I post something about something silly that I saw while getting coffee and Sheena gives a heart and a like and a haha. You guys are rock stars from the other side of the world. And you're such real people. And if I could I try to do these reactions and be professional and be old school nerd, but sometimes I just want to be Ricardo and just tell people, you don't know how good these people are. And you guys have really done something. When I talked about the new album, there was something different about the way I talked about it. Did you notice that there was an excitement? I mean, when I talk about a new album, I'm like, hey, hey, look at this, Ad Infinitum, blah, 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 whatever, Electric Callboy, yeah. But when I talked about Frozen Crown, I was like, everyone, you need to listen to me, sit down, pay attention. This is something that's different. And it's because this album is different. You guys feel it. You knew it when you made it. And you guys are the real people making this amazingly incredible album. And whether it's your favorite song or not, whatever your favorite song is, Nizo, hook up the cameras, man. Show us that it's your favorite. If there's not gonna be a music video with it, get with the boy on the stairs behind you and say, look, I love this song so much. I want to show all of our fans how much I love playing this song. Because Jade does it every time she sings a song. Federico gets out there and he throws it down. Sheena does it every time. You know, if you love one of these songs and there's not going to be a video for it, champion it. Say, I want to do a drum playthrough. And if you guys can see how much I love playing this song, Federico, you can put it out if you want. I just want to show the world this is my favorite song on the album. I would love to do a reaction to I'm the only person that reacts to drum playthroughs, by the way. I'm not joking. Like, I went to go see Ginger and I went to go see Malevolence, and I'm walking in the parking lot and Vlad sees me. The drummer from Ginger sees me And he starts waving like an idiot. And I'm like, it should be me. And it should be him going. He runs up to me and goes, dude, I know who you are. And I'm like, that's not the way that conversation's supposed to go, man. I'm supposed to go, do you know who you are? And he's just like, dude, you're the only guy that reacts to my drum covers, my drum playthroughs. I said, because I love the way you play the drums. He goes, I know. We love the way you play drums. We love the way Sheena plays guitar. There's a reason why you can literally say, Jay grabs the apple. It's, hold on. That's not a joke to people like me. I use it as a joke because it's funny. We've talked about it. I've said it before. It made Jade cry, so I'm not going to repeat myself. There's a reason why we say she grabs the apple. Because she's grabbing nothing. It's just air. But you can see that apple. There's nothing there. Empty hand. You can see the apple. You can see there's something there. Federico does it when he plays the guitar. I made fun of him that his hands were cold. People thought I was making a joke. I was, but the comments in my video got what I was saying. His hands are cold, but he's still out there doing all the finger work on the fret, knowing his hands are red like that sign back there.
Yeah.
And he was doing it because he believes in it. All of you are that way. That's why this album is as good as it is. And I've got to see you guys live. And it's not to get the wave from Sheena or a drumstick thrown at me from Nizo or you know, to meet you guys in a meet and greet, and then Federico has to come get Jade. Jade, stop talking. It's just because I know it's there. I want the opportunity one day to feel the Frozen crowd connection. And you guys go, see the guy with the blue shirt and the beard? Yeah, that's the idiot right there. Look at him. He's dancing. Yeah. And I will.
Yeah.
When do you guys go on tour?
Starting from next month? No?
Yes.
April.
I've seen the list. That there's a lot of European countries on it. There's nothing I recognize, but when do you guys start rehearsals for? You guys do rehearsals before you go out, right? You test everything.
Yeah, we just came from 3 days straight of rehearsals, actually.
I don't know how you bands do that, where you just get into the practice and you get in the practice room or rehearsal room and you just grind out the set over and over and over and over. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I get it because you're gonna be playing the songs over and over, but still, I mean, okay. I mean, God, I thank you guys so much for just your time.
No. We thank you. And actually, you know, what you said before about us being real, you know, and that's you know, also we can say the same about you. And that's the
Yeah, but
reason why
it's a shirt. It's just a shirt. It's just a shirt.
Yeah, the t-shirt says it anyway, but you know, you were actually the first person we thought about, you know, when we wanted to send our album to someone in advance. I mean, we were like, this guy has to listen to the album in advance. But you know why? Because you care about that. I mean, you really listen about that. And nowadays there are journalists, and I say
They don't listen to the song. They don't even pay attention.
listen to the songs. Yeah, they're just you know. And
That-
by the way, you know, to be honest, but don't publish this.
No,
We no. I mean, not the thing I just said. You can.
no.
The thing I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's like that. Yeah, including band members.
Wow.
People, including band members. And we did that just because we thought they could get somehow, jealous because they actually did a lot of reactions for us. So we didn't want to look unfair. So we sent the album to also a couple of other people other than you, of course, and Tori as well.
Yeah.
But you were really the first, and this is not something we say to everybody. It's like, I mean, and this is the very first and only chance we are all together for an interview. We never did that. I mean, we didn't even did that for Metal Hammer Germany. I mean, we're not doing that.
And I do appreciate it. And a lot of this video, because we've been talking for an hour and 16 minutes, won't be in the interview, but there are parts of this that I want to make sure you get the master recording of, so you can share little tidbits that are important to you guys. Because I tell people all the time, yeah, this is kind of a job for me. It's kind of a career for me. It's kind of a something I do on the side to help raise money for my kids' medical bills. People know that. But what they don't know is I love this music so much. And I think for me, and Jade's going to hate this. Sorry. You're going to hate this. I usually listen to Frozen Crown songs. I listen to every song. When I do a reaction to a video, watch my reactions. I react to arrangement, bridges, phrasing, composition, and dynamics in the layout of a storytelling in the music. That is the first thing I listen for and watch in a song. That's because I'm a drummer. I've been playing that's I listen for how the tempo is arranged. Does it build? Is there an arc? And I talk about that. You guys do that better than everyone. Here's the problem. It's impossible to do that and not hear Jade in it. I can listen to Lorna Shore, not hear a single thing Will Ramos is screaming. I've listened to so many bands and they're like, so what did the lyrics mean to you? And I'm like, I don't know, what they sing. Your album I listened to before I saw the videos. It's the first time I've listened to music, heard the music before I saw the video. So normally I will do a reaction and I get comments. Why didn't you speak about this? Why didn't you know this was going on? Why didn't you do? Because I've never seen it before. No, I'm like, they're like, how could you not know that? Because this is the first time I've ever seen this band. It's my first reaction, and I've never seen it before. How the hell am I going to know that? How am I going to know his mother's maiden name? I'm not going to know that. But people are like that. I never get negative comments from my reactions to your stuff. I never get that. I always get my favorite part is when Jade does or dude, did you see when Sheena did the thing and then her and Frederico did, yeah, I reacted to it. You didn't see? But those are the comments I get was, did you also see this when they did? It wasn't like, I can't believe you didn't do this or this or this or this. Their comments are about what you guys are doing. There's a difference. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, real quick, let's ask one more question so we can finish up because it's like 10:20. Yeah, I keep a clock Italian time. Actually, it's Central European time. I have to keep one here that I have to that because almost all of the bands that I talk to, react to, and everything else are where? Central European time. I mean, it's only Lisbon, Dublin, London, Aberdeen, Scotland, and everyone else is Central European. So screw those people. Okay, last question. Okay. As you guys are finishing out your rehearsals, getting ready to go on the live show, on the live tour, okay, multiple dates. I want each one of you to go one by one, real quick. Who is the easiest to travel with on the road? And you can say why. But you must answer who is the most difficult to be on the road, and you don't have to say why. But you must be honest, because Nizo has shown us it's better to just be honest. You can blame him for that. Okay. We're gonna ladies first. Jade, who's your favorite person on the road and why? Who's your least favorite person on the road? And you don't have to say why.
Okay. So, of course, my favorite person to be on the road with is Francesco because he is a driving teacher. So he drives very, very well. And my least favorite person is Niso, and he knows why. He knows why.
No,
I think he's the least favorite person of everybody.
it's probably gonna. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody loves the guy who doesn't mind driving the longest and gets everyone there safe. And if there's one person that does that, he's like, that's my favorite person on the road. And if there's one person you have to run around because he's a damn Formula One runway model and you can never get a hold of that nonsense. Yeah, I get it. It'd be the same thing. Do I even have to go to the next person, or is everyone's answer the same? Well, Niso's probably isn't, but Sheena, you're next. Favorite person and why? Least favorite person, but you don't have to say why.
Favorite person is Jade because we chat a lot, we drink a lot, we party. Yeah.
We talk to everybody until Federico comes and tells us we gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your least favorite person?
No one. I like being with everyone.
Someone doesn't want to get in trouble. Oh, by the way, if anyone says I don't want to answer that, it's automatically Federico.
No,
I mean,
sometimes it's hard to be with him, but I also like to stay with him, to hang out with him, to chat with him because he's a nice person and has a lot to say. Apart from screaming and telling us what to do.
okay, we've said this before, but we're gonna say it one more time so that the people that heard this from her don't get confused. She does like being around the guy, but when you're around someone who has that much passion about what you guys are doing, that person does not do anything halfway. With Federico, it is 100%. So it's difficult to be around him at times when you're not 100%, but you wouldn't have anybody else backing you up. Anybody else is your big brother, as your bandmate, as the person who goes in 100% and they've got your back. It's true. All right. Francesco, who's your favorite person to travel with? Why?
Okay,
And
my
who's
favorite-
your least favorite person, but you don't have to say why.
Okay. My favorite, I think every one of them, I love to. No. Wait.
But not Federico.
Don't read my surprise.
Oh, okay.
All of them to travel and for take a dig, or maybe to play and stay in the bus or stay in the plane or stay on the cruise. It's very funny with all of them. I love to be with them, even in difficult places and difficult situations. But I like most Jade because he's like me from the north, and we are sometimes we are very lazy. And I know when I want to drink something, I want to stop to shove some biscuits or eat some sandwich. I know he's my partner in crime, but suddenly Federico appears, and then this is the end of the legacy between northern laziness, about it.
I really thought you were going to screw up and give him all he needed. Because you were like, me and Jade, we're from the north, we're very lazy. And I thought Federico's going to jump up and go, it's because I'm from the south. And I am 100%. They are lazy. They can't cook pizza. I just thought, he's on the stairs. He's waiting his turn. He's being very nice. No, I get it. I get it. Now, okay. Here comes the made up answer to try not to be in trouble with anybody. Nizo, who is your favorite person to travel with?
Wait. My worst person.
Oh, I thought it was Frederico.
Yeah. The worst person to drive and to live on is me myself. Okay. I hate to travel with myself. I'm very yes, it's true. Okay, yes, because I'm a very lazy, and even I'm from the north, and then something like I like to stay at home. I don't like to play around and stay with the guys and have fun. I hate to have fun. I don't like this band. I want to stay in my coach in my house and so die sad like this. Okay, no, so I'm joking. Okay.
No, you and I are probably very kindred spirits because we have experience in life where we've been young, but we realize how much work that is to be young, and we can't be the social butterflies that the ladies are in the room. When the camera's on and the lights are on, it's, hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Welcome in. We're here today to talk about blah, blah. And then the camera goes off and I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna go read a book. I'm gonna go watch a movie. I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna relax. I'm very low key. I'm very quiet. I don't. When the lights are on and the camera's on, all the jokes come out. We have fun with it. When the lights go off, I'll sit down in my chair. I'll watch my kids do something. I'll cook something. I'll listen to the new album from Frozen Crown, or and very low key. Did you guys saw the videos I posted of me going to Mardi Gras last night? At least one of you did. Where I went to the parades. We had Carnival here. I went because my kids went.
Yeah.
Francesco goes because Sheena and Jade go. He's just like, okay, I'm going with you because we're together and we're going to do this but as soon as we're done, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to go sit down and I'm quiet and leave me alone. Yeah, I know, I get it. I'm the same way. Okay, let's move it over. Yeah, oh yeah. Favorite person to travel with, Nizo, and why, and then the person you least like to travel with, but you don't have to tell us why. And stop smiling. That's the smile of someone who's up to something. Thank you. Wow, that was like a switch. That was weird.
Yeah, I'm able to switch so suddenly. So, Ricardo, I have to ask you this: am I allowed to answer the same person both questions?
You can, because remember, you're saying why they're your favorite to travel, and then you say why. But they can also not be. But you don't have to say why the negative part. So you can say the same person, but just give the positive reason and just leave the negative on the floor. Because we're about positivity going into a tour. We do not want to talk about negative stuff right before we go on tour. It's not a good idea. Check Guns N' Roses Wikipedia. It's not good.
Yeah, against all odds, it's Federico because it's so stimulating to me speaking with him. We are always speaking about philosophy and creativity and why it should be the questions behind everything and everything. And at the same time, I always want to say why he's the least favorite. And
This is your time. You can dig the hole if you want.
because sometimes I really got angry with him. I got mad at him, and just because I'm so young and I have to understand some stuff.
Hey. Look. Stop laughing from the stairs, Mr. Triumphant. He's all like, yes, because I have words of wisdom. And he doesn't like it because he's young. And I'm from the South. Yeah, that's not what he said, bro. That's not what he said.
Sometimes it's hard to me to realize that he's right and to accept it. But
Look,
He's basically saying I am his father.
yeah, and I have to kill him.
wow. Yeah, dude, you're old enough to be his dad. Anyway, so here's the thing. To admit as a young person that you have more stuff to learn, to admit that there are things that you don't understand fully yet that this person gives to you because of their experience, and you look at them like that. Even when you admit it self-deprecatingly like you just did, because you say it's hard to do that, but you do it because you know it's good for you. That is a huge maturity step to realize that you gain things from the experience of others around you, like Francesco, like Jade, like even Frederico. To even say that adds a serious level of credibility to your words. As a young person or as an old person, especially in relationships, it's really easy for me to say that I'm old school nerd and I get everything right. It's very difficult to go up and say, I'm a dad of 3 daughters and I have to learn by doing it wrong over and over. Or to go up to a relationship to someone, a person that you want to have a relationship with, and say, hey, by the way, I know you love me and you think I'm amazing for all these things, but I'm not perfect. And these are why. And I hope you can understand. When you start doing that level of communication, then you start entering Jade vocalist level communication where everyone feels what you're saying. As a young person, the sooner you learn how to do that, the sooner you can put on some shades, chillax, like Francesco does, maybe sell some gelato. It's a maturity thing. You're if I was to ask Jade or Francesco or Federico, hey, Nizo a year and a half ago and Nizo now, how much of a difference is there? They bust you up a little bit. They rub on you a little bit. Oh, he's young and da 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 da. I got it da 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 da. You know, Frederico's like, oh, no, all about it. But he looks at you now, and he won't admit it. He's on the stairs right there, looking at me with them. Don't give me away, man. I'm from the South. You can't give me away. But if he was to look at you dead in your eyes and say, hey, you've come a long way. You're getting there. You're not there yet, but I got your back. He would. I think you know he would. Maybe? You can nod your head and agree. It's okay. He's just like, squirrel? No, I can't do. Okay. All right, here we go. Frederico, who's your favorite person to travel on tour with? You cannot say yourself. You diva. You diva.
No, I was not going to say myself. I would say, this is not a politic reply, but every single one of them has got a special thing that makes them the best. Right now, I would say Sheena because she's very on point. I mean, she's always in time, always very precise, and that's something you have to do
Yeah.
when you
Okay.
are on tour
Absolutely.
and you are around, because all the other 3 guys are very funny and great people, and but of course they have to admit she is the most precise, and in fact sometimes when she is with Francesco and Nizo, I say, okay, you're the leader, you are seeing, you are checking when they are waking up and when they're, ready to go and stuff like that.
Okay, so what you're saying is every member of the band, just like every member of a family, has a particular role that they're really good at. Some are more beneficial in certain situations than others. You know that Jade is going to be precise in everything she does, and all the I's are going to be dotted, all the T's are going to be crossed. Everything will be good to go. You look at Francesco and say, okay, he's my reliable guy. He's my go-to guy. I know I can count on him. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about micromanaging him. He knows what's going on. He's got himself together. And then you have these two young dynamic people who are super talented. They're super young. And are they the most difficult to travel with?
No, but why? I said maybe I made a mistake. I saw Sheena.
No, we know we get Sheena being precise in everything she does. Jay,
Okay, sorry.
yeah. Sheena is precise in everything, but she's also the other guitarist. Dick, y'all have a lot in common. There's things that you guys can communicate musically that you guys also work on together that nobody else really touches on. So so there's some of that. But being a guitarist and being a solo guitarist and being able to double phrase solo guitars to the level that you guys do, we've seen it on videos and in this album. Yes, there is a precision that you and her have this synergy communication that's easy. Of course, when you're dealing with Jade, you know she's reliable. Yes, she is the bubbly person. She is the social butterfly. Yes, she will make a friend with a village if you let her. But you also know that it's your job to make sure that she makes fans, but not all the fans. You deal with Francesco being your go-to guy. You know he's a mature guy. He's been around the road a couple times. You don't have to worry about him doing something crazy because you know he's probably sleeping because you yourself said he's lazy from the north. Actually, he said that. So would it be Nizo would be the hardest?
The hardest, no. The hardest would be myself, but for a simple reason.
Oh, actually, everyone nodded with their eyes, so we know.
No, but no, the reason is simple. Is that I wish I could take life easier like they do, but I know I can't. So
No.
because everything takes, you being very serious if you want to succeed. So, of course, I have to be angry at them, even if, young people like Niso don't understand, is doing something. It's like, yeah, but it's the same. In Italian, of course. And I'm like, no, that's important because, I have to keep track of everything, every single set. How do you call them? Sense.
Yeah.
Sense?
Dime.
I mean, money,
The
counts,
finances, logistics. Okay, look, like this. Okay, it's like this. It's easy to be the drummer in a band, to be the guitarist in a band, to be the bass player in a band, to be the vocalist in the band, if that was just the only job you had. But none of you only do that one thing because y'all work as a team for things. But everyone on the couch knows that when it comes to having to make the hard phone calls that nobody wants to call, or answer the emails that nobody wants to answer, or have to fight for things that were said are going to happen and then they fall through, and you got to figure out what to do and how we're going to pay for this, how are we going to eat, are we going to order merch, all those things that go into a tour. You know it's the guy on the stairs fighting all the ugly stuff. You guys pull a lot of it, but you can tell, I can tell in the emails, I can tell in the messaging, I can tell in the voice messages that although every single one of you is in this and it's 100% important in your life, there is a level of weight that man carries on his shoulders. And he kind of does it to himself. He'll tell you, he puts it on there himself. But that's what happens when you're the leader. I mean, if it falls apart, they're not going to blame Nizo. Right? No, seriously. Oh no. He will blame you, but I'm saying if something falls apart or you guys aren't where you're supposed to be or you guys are missing something or you guys don't make a commitment, who's the person that's going to get the heat from it? Whose phone's going to ring first? Oh no, don't get me wrong. Y'all are all going to catch it, but whose phone's going to ring first? And he thinks about that all the time. I know that because as a father, I want to say that I can turn this camera on and be like, da, 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 but every time I see one of my kids walk by, you'll see my eyes like, everything okay? Everything okay? It's always in my head. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? I wouldn't want to be that man. I wouldn't want to be Federico. I know he's talented and his hair is gorgeous. I just wouldn't want to have his life. That I can't imagine the pressure. I have a YouTube channel and I can't handle the pressure. I don't know what it would be like to literally guide a family of musicians through the road, albums, production, and literally, and look, he could say, hey, we are 5 musicians, let's all take a piece of this. But I don't think he's doing it selfishly. I just think he's like, put the weight on me, I'll carry it. If you want to help, you can, but I'll carry this weight. And he does. And that's why we love him. Please don't tell him I said we love him. What? Whoa. No, we had an agreement. If he goes off in Italian, you guys are supposed to tell me what he said.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said that finally, luckily, someone understood it all.
Play that little violin there for you. You're in a rock band. Shut up. Nobody feels sorry for you. Your album is amazing. Your tour is going to be amazing. You have 4 of the best band members that are available in Italy that are not driving in Formula One right now. Shut up. Nobody feels sorry for you. Look, you have this band, and I know I've talked to Karan from Bloodywood. I've talked to Hans Plotz and Hauptmann from Feuerschwanz. I've talked to Melissa Bonney from Madden. I've talked to all these people, and they're like, it's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, do you really want to sell gelato? No. I'll play bass, dude. I'll do this. I don't want to sell gelato. I mean, Sheena doesn't want to raise squirrels. I mean, it's not a thing. Honestly, I really think Jade would probably buy an apple orchard just so she could walk through it with the flowers. I think she'd do it. Yes, she would. Yeah. All right. Hey, it is right. It's now 10:45 in the evening, and I'm gonna let you guys go. And I want to thank all of you so much. And when this recording ends, I'm going to react to the song, and when I do this reaction and we put it out, I'm going to send this entire conversation to you so that you guys can reflect on some of the questions and some of the things I said or not. Federico can take them and he can cut them up and make little funny videos about me like I do about Sheena. He can do that if he wants. It's okay. But at the end of this reaction, I want you guys to listen to what I say. Seriously. And I'm not going to put you guys on the spot on a recorded video call. I'm not going to do that. But I've thought a lot about this one, this next reaction. Because I told everyone, I was like, do you guys understand? There's a song that sounds like System of a Down that I swear it's something this band has needed from the beginning, and I didn't even know they needed it. It's a hard left turn. It's something that people don't expect. It's something that people don't realize, that Frozen Crown, the reason why this album is so special is because no song is the same. Nothing is duplicated. Nothing is cookie cutter. There are so many bands that can only play one thing. You guys have played everything on this album. From classic renditions to the best Kiss song ever recorded. Shut up. Call of the North. Come on. Just that that tagline, that intro, just the way the walk. Sheena and Federico have some kind of connection that people probably ask you guys, are you guys brother and sister? How many times do you guys get asked that? Okay. And it's not just because you guys have the same hair color and whatever. There is a dynamic in your playing that almost seems like a sibling. It seems like it's just that connection that you only get from people that have spent years together, and you guys haven't. Sheena's not old enough to have spent years together with you guys. She's that young. But I mean, and then there are songs in this album that take you to a place that is not symphonic metal. It takes you to a place that reminds you of some of your favorite bands of the 2000s, of the 80s, of the 90s, of different genres. There are tags and influences that some bands are afraid to do. There are bands that are afraid to have an intro or a bridge that sounds like Pantera or Motorhead or System of a Down or Korn or Linkin Park. There are different instances where you guys sound like Megadeth. You sound like Iron Maiden. You sound like System of a Down. And then at the same time, it's all Frozen Crown. Some bands are afraid to do things that remind people of the bands they love. Why? They remind you of a band you love. I was trying to get people to understand. There's a band called Malevolence in the UK. Bunch of young guys. They're really young. It's stupid how young they are. And they play amazing metal music, very progressive, just like you guys. They're a little bit, they're more hardcore. So they're more aggressive, young, let's get in the pit. You know, it's that kind. But there's some songs that sound like they are the children of the members of Pantera. They just sound like Pantera. And when they toured the US and they came to Texas, I said, guys, when you go out there and you play this song, this crowd in Texas is going to lose their minds. And they didn't get it. And they went out there, and I told the guitar player, his name is Conan. I said, Conan, when you go out there, get on the mic and go, this one's for dime. I know you don't know what that means. Just say it. He was like, oh, okay. This one's for dime? Yeah. Say this one's for dime and hit the intro. And that band from the UK, a bunch of 20-year-old kids, gets on the stage in Texas, where Pantera is from. And Dimebag Darrell is the guitarist for Pantera, and we lost him to a murder. We lost him way too young. And in Texas, he's still God. That young UK dude went out there and said, hey, everybody, we're Malevolence from the UK. This one's for dime. And when he said that, the crowd lost their shit. They played that song, and I stood in the back of the venue, and I went, this is big. You guys do that in your videos. There are parts of these videos that you may think you're telling a story that relates to you guys. I'm telling you, every time I watch a Frozen Crown video, there's something about it that relates to something for somebody that's important. It's hard to explain it. So this song that I'm going to react to today, this is that song for me in this album. This is the song that just reminds me that there are no rules. And for a symphonic metal band to say there are no rules, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere from there. Do it. And I'm going to do this reaction, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your time. Nizo, seriously, drum playthrough. If you love that song, like you said you love that song, show it. Show everyone how much fun you have playing that song. And I guarantee you, people will ask for it. Or at least they'll watch you play it. That's good too. So that's good. All right, you guys get out of here. It's almost 11 o'clock. Love you guys so much. Much love from the US. If you need anything, and I do mean that, All of you have my just message, ask a question. If you need to shout out, if you've got something going on, a new flavor of gelato, whatever, just let me know. I'll post it. We'll make it happen because you guys earn it every day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me say this. Grazie and ciao.
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 Perfetto.
Si, no, si, no. That's all it. Gelato. What's the Italian word for south?
Sud. Sud.
Sud.
That's a horrible word. We're gonna go with south because if I say that, I'm gonna mess it up. So that's good. Hey, love you guys. Hey, good luck on your tour. I know we're gonna talk to you guys. Message whatever as you go. But good luck on your tour. Stay safe. No joke. Cover each other's backs. Because there's a lot of people that love you, but the world's a shithole. I'm sorry, it's true. It's just people are so stupid now. Oh man, the stupidity of people. Y'all got to take care of each other. All right, I love you guys. Hey, Federico, I see you back there. Hey, buddy, are you tired?
No.
No, never tired. No.
100%.
Always 100%.
Of battery.
How do you guys handle that?
He's got atomic battery on. In the
No,
back.
that's a lot. That dude's a lot. That's 120. What time does he get up in the morning?
Six.
Around 5, I think. No?
Sometimes 4:30. Sometimes.
All right. Good luck with that. That's all y'all. That's why there's 4 of you. Because it takes 4 people to handle that guy on the stairs. All right.
Yes.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Well, he's going to say something now. Now he's going to talk.
Just one thing, if you want to have a band or anything, and want that to be a serious thing, you can only succeed if you wake up very early in the morning and if you work 20 hours a day. Otherwise, you're never going to succeed, especially if you're from Italy.
Wait, there's metal bands from Italy?
Yeah, very little, and most importantly, the people, the crowd, are not into metal at all.
You know what I've noticed? It's Italy and Spain. Italy and Spain have amazing culture. They have an amazing tradition in their sounds of their music that would make amazing metal. But the cultures of both Spain and Italy do not lean to that form of music very much. So your fan bases are outside of it. But there's a couple bands from Spain. I don't speak Spanish, but I will listen to their albums over and over and over again because there's something about that Spanish. There's a Spanish rhythm and it's the vibe and the flavor of their culture. You could hear it in their music. They sound like they're playing Spanish acoustic guitar with a folk Spanish drum, but it's metal. And you're like, dude, but I can hear it in the back. I'm like, how does everyone not love this? Same thing with Italy. Italy has such a rich musical culture, but it's so power vocal heavy, which lends to Jade and it lends to symphonic vocal metal. But the people there don't connect to that classic metal feel of music. Whereas if you cross the Alps and you're in Germany, it's like, they freak. That's between Germany, the UK, and all the Norse countries. It's metal ground zero. But Spain, Italy, and France, they still kind of struggle. And look at the amazing bands coming out of France. Gojira, Fractal Universe. There's all these bands from France that are progressive. You have all these bands, Windrose, you guys. There's bands in all these countries. I think there is a slight cultural block, and you guys got to step out of Italy to get seen. But it's worth it. It is. There are no metal bands where I come from. None. Zero. Zero. Do you even know what music what comes from where I live?
Yeah.
Oh, I dare you to look up Cajun music. I dare you. It is the worst shit ever. It's horrible. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's like it's a French Cajun Creole, but it has feelings of polka, German polka in it, with accordions and.
But it's like the ancient marching band from New Orleans.
That is actually jazz.
Yeah.
You're talking about second line? Second line with that's jazz.
Yeah.
That's New Orleans jazz music.
Yeah.
Cajun music is different. Cajun is a French folk music with but it also has German polka beats in it, so it's a lot of 3 count.
Yeah.
It's it's rough. It's rough. It's rough.
I
It's
will
rough stuff.
check it out. And now I'm curious.
I dare you to type in Cajun music and just
Okay.
press. You'll be like, hey, you know what? Do a reaction to that shit. I'll watch it and I'll be like,
Why not? Why not? That's a good suggestion.
I could give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't, but okay. But what you could do is you could do reactions to Shepherd's Rain from Samoa. You got to do the bands from like places that are. There's a metal band from Samoa. There's a metal band from Thailand. There's a metal band in India. Like places that have such a vibrant musical culture that is not metal, and they infuse their culture with their music. It's crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I love it. All right, get out of here. We're gonna talk all day because it's like I'm over there right now. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us with you.
Absolutely. Good night, guys. Good night. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.